Hello once again, YouTube and audience. I'm Andy Blackburn, and welcome to the third opening of a Dragon's Maze pack. Again, it has so let's slowly open this maze pack. It's another stubborn pack. I don't know whether that's good, bad, or what. So yeah, here are our 15 cards or so. This top one wants to get underway straight away, so let's do it. It's the Dimir Cluestone. Basically, gives you an island or a swamp for 3 mana, and add it to your mana pool. There are like 10 guilds altogether, so that's one of them. Our second one is Boros Mastiff. It's a hound for 2. It's also a 2 creature. One of the two that to summon it has to be a plane, and whenever Boros Mastiff and at least 2 other creatures attack, this card gains lifelink until end of turn. So you know it damages you, your opponent, but you gain life. Very useful thing to have in a white deck is lifelink. Third card in this deck is Uncovered Clues. It's a blue sorcery for 3 mana, one of which has to be an island. You can look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal up to 2 instant and or sorcery cards from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Right, so having said that, here's my 4th card. It is Rubble Belt Marker. Red, so it's 4 to cast, and one of which has to be a mountain. It does have Blood Rush, so the way that works is, for a mountain, discard Rubble Meat Marker. Target attacking creature gets +3/+3 until end of turn. It is a 3/3 creature in itself, so it's worth a sacrifice in my opinion. Okay, card number 5, we're a third of is Vanisho First Blade for the Boros collection. It's 3 to bring out, 1 mountain, 1 plain, and 1 other. It has haste, so it doesn't suffer the sickness. Whenever Vanisho First Blade enters the battlefield, it gains +2/+2 until end of turn. It reminds me of a Skull Cleaver card, Minotaur Skull Cleaver. Something similar to that. So, if you want a haste deck, there you go, there's one for it. 6th card tonight is Maze Behemoth. It's a big one to bring out. 1 forest and 5 others, so that's 6 to bring it out. It's got trample, and multicolored creatures you control also have trample. It's a 5/4 creature, so no wonder they've given it such a high cost to bring out. I've forgotten which number I'm up to now, but our next card is another green called Thrashing Moss Dog. Its casting is 4, one of which has to be a forest. It's got reach, so that blocks flying. And it's got Scavenge for 4 and 2 trees. Exile this card from your graveyard, put a number of 1/1 tokens equal to this card's power on target creature. Scavenge only works as a sorcery, so you play it during your turn for sorcery. Bringing us on to our maybe 8th card, I think, is Fatal Fumes. Cost 4, one of which has to be a swamp, that's why it's black. It's an instant, so target creature gets -4, -2 until end of turn. Now you could kill some pesky little cards with that, so good card to run if you don't like the look of green. Our next card following Fatal Fumes is Murmuring Phantasm for blue. It's 2 to cast, one of which has to be an island. It's a defender, so that could go in my defender deck. 0 attack, 5 defense, and remember, defenders can't attack. So let's see what our next card is. Our next card is the Gruul Cluestone. Bit like the Dimir Cluestone at the start of the video, is 3 to cast. Tap, add a mountain or forest to your mana pool. And for a mountain and a forest, and you get to sacrifice this Cluestone and draw a card. We'll draw a card. It's a dual spell, Toil and Trouble. Toil, target player draws 2 cards and loses 2 life. Trouble deals damage to target player equal to the number of cards in that player's hand. It's a double spell, so it can be interesting in a number of decks. Not just the Radkost deck, but maybe in something like a Boros deck or an Orzhov deck. Because they're fused, can use them in either. But whatever you do, don't cut the card down the middle. I've been tempted to do that, but what's the point otherwise? Our next card is... it's Bronzebeak Moor for Siles, I think, Selesnya. 2 and a forest and a plains, so that's 4 to cast this creature. Whenever its text is whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, Bronzebeak Moor gets +3/+3 until end of turn, and it starts out with 2/2, so it can become a 5/5 pretty darn quickly. One of our next cards to go is also an uncommon, Rot Farm Skeleton for Golgari, because it's a swamp, a forest, and 2. Again 4. It can't be blocked, and for its ability, put the top 4 cards of your library into your graveyard and return this card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate this ability only anytime you could cast a sorcery, and it's a 4/1 creature plant skeleton. Okay, so we're not that far off now. We've only got a few cards to go. Think this is card 13. It's one from Radkost Exava, Radkost Bloodwitch to be precise. Legendary creature. It's rare with first strike and haste. And unleash. I like these unleash creatures. So you may have this creature enter the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it. It can't block as long it has a +1/+1 counter on it. Each other creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has haste. So it's a 3/3 creature, and if you're running a counter deck, that is one to try and counter. Its cost is 1 mountain, 1 swamp, and 2 other. So yeah, our penultimate card, card 14. I'm a bit nervous about this. It's the Gruul Guildgate. Honestly thought it would be something else, but yeah, the Guildgates come in tapped on the battlefield. Then when it's under your control, tap it, add a mountain or a forest to your mana pool. This card can also be activated as either a mountain or a forest as well. And this card, what is it? Is it writing on the other side, or is it a token? We'll find out. It's a bird token from Ravnica. What is it with the Ravnicas in my recent pack openings? I don't know. Maybe you want to leave your thoughts in the comment section on that. And also any other cards you like the look of. So yeah, please do that. And this is where I say good luck, God bless, and from the Rocket Pit, good night.